Hi, Cherry. I have something to tell you about yesterday. Do you have time to talk right now?
Thank you for having us yesterday. Sure, I have time. What's the matter? Is something wrong?
I was a bit shocked yesterday. You can't even cut fish properly.
Huh? You're right. I'm not that good at cutting fish.
Also, you didn't know the names of all the dishes. To be honest, I was really shocked.
I think one of the reasons why I don't know the names of those dishes might be because I was born and raised in a different state. You're right, it was the first time I heard of those dishes. Thank you for teaching me. I appreciate it.
I know, right? But, you know what? This is a problem.
Uh-huh?
With that level of knowledge, I don't think you're suited to be my son's wife. I don't think you're suited to be his wife. You're not good at cooking. That's a huge problem.
Yes, you're right. I will make an effort to be better at cooking.
I'm not talking about being laid back and taking it easy. With this, I don't approve of you as my daughter-in-law.
But...
That's why I thought of an idea. During the weekends, you should come to our house and learn how to cook.
What? During the weekends?
That's right. You should come every week without fail, because I will teach you how to cook. If you attend a cooking class, it will cost a lot of money. You should be thankful to me, because I'm offering to teach you.
Thank you, but to be honest, I don't think it's possible to go every single week.
What are you saying? I'm making time for you, and you're declining my offer?
But realistically speaking, since my husband and I are both working, and we come home late in the evenings on weekdays, I have to clean the house and do other housework on the weekends. That's why I can't make time for that every single week.
That's not the problem. What you can contribute is just to make time for the cooking lesson, right?
I mean, there are times when my husband cooks for dinner, so since that's the case, I think it would be better to have my husband take the lesson with me.
Huh? You're making Jim cook?
Yes, he cooks sometimes, because there's days when I'm busier at work than him. So Jim cooks dinner for us during those busy days.
Even though it's not right to ask Jim to make time for the cooking class during the weekends, right? He's exhausted from his work during the weekends.
I'm in the same situation as Jim, too. If you really want to teach me how to cook no matter what, I will schedule my time so I can go on days when Jim can go, too.
How selfish. Who do you think your husband is? Jim is the breadwinner of the family. You should sympathize with him at least a little.
Even if you say that, I earn more than him, so...
What? There's no way you're earning more than him. It's rare for the wife to earn more than the husband.
It might just be because the company I work for pays well, but I earn more than Jim, and I might not have told you yet about this, but I'm the one who's been sending you the allowance needed for your daily expenses.
Is that so? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that too? With that said, I really don't think that I should be the only one who needs to learn to cook. Of course, I'm thankful for you offering to teach me how to cook, and I am aware that I'm not good at cooking, so I would appreciate it if you can teach me how to cook when I have the time, but it's impossible for me to do every single week.
You're making fun of Jim, aren't you?
Huh? I never said such a thing. Why do you think that?
You mentioned that you earn more than Jim. All I hear from that statement is that you're making fun of him. You should quit this instant.
Huh? Quit? Please stop saying such nonsense.
If you don't quit your job, you can't have a child, right?
That's not really the problem. Jim and I are saving money, so we're thinking that it might not be the right time yet to have kids.
It doesn't seem that way to me, though. I'll call your workplace.
What? What are you saying?
I will tell them that. As a wife, you don't know how to cook, so I can't let you keep on working.
Hey, please wait for a second. You don't know the telephone number of the company I work for, right?
I know the number, because I received it as an emergency number. I'll go call them right away.
Even if you do that, there's no point in doing it. It will only be a nuisance to the company, so could you please stop?
I won't stop. It's a punishment for being stubborn with your mother-in-law. You should suffer. You should reflect a little.
I don't understand what you're saying, but didn't I just say that I can't go every single week?
Shut up. You're making fun of Jim and me. I won't forgive you for that. I will make you pay for this.
If you do that, you're going to be the one who'll be in trouble, you know.
I already called them. I also told them about all the bad things you said about us. Because of that, you will have a hard time at the office, right? You should hurry and quit your job.
You're right. My colleague was the one who talked to you on the phone. I apologized to her for the inconvenience, even though she was busy. You made me apologize for something I didn't do.
Huh?
It seems like she completely thinks that my mother-in-law is crazy.
Why am I the one who is crazy?
No one in their right mind would call the workplace of their daughter-in-law to ask them if the company is going to fire her, you know. I'll be finishing work now because I can't concentrate on my work if you keep on doing this to me.
You should just quit your job. You can't even make a child. If you can't make a child in 3 years, I will ask you to leave.
Huh? Then why are you still here?
What do you mean?
I heard from my father-in-law that it took you 5 years before you gave birth to Jim.
How did you know that?
Despite that, you tell me to have a child in 3 years? Don't you think you're in the wrong? As for today's conversation, I'll ask Jim to tell his father. Also, if you keep on treating me like this, I think I'll have no choice but to stop visiting your house.
Why? I need to teach you how to cook, so you should come, or else.
I was planning to go, but I never thought you would call my company and make a fuss. Also, I contacted Jim earlier. He said he'll go learn how to cook with me when he can make time, you know.
Is that so? Jim will come too?
Yes. He said that your cooking is always delicious, so he said that he wants to learn your cooking techniques if he can, but never has he ever thought that this is your true colors.
It's just a misunderstanding, isn't it? Whatever. Just come here and bring Jim with you. I'll teach you how to cook.
No thanks, we're fine now. Jim and I decided to distance ourselves from you.
Why? What do you mean, distance yourselves from me?
You told me to leave if I can't make a child within 3 years, right? It's almost 3 years since Jim and I have been together, so I'm thinking of staying away from you.
Of course you can't do that. What is Jim saying?
Jim is also furious right now. He said it was unbelievable that you even called my office just to say that.
I was wrong for doing that, but I just wanted to see the face of my grandchild, and I thought that stress from work might be bad for your health.
Isn't your husband tired of you because you take such forceful actions?
My husband? There's no way he would say such a thing. Because he's always silent and doesn't complain.
Just like how you're treating me right now, all your words and actions that hurt me. My father-in-law was the one who kept on apologizing on your behalf.
I didn't know that. He did that for me?
I think it's more like he's doing it for his family, though.
Where is my husband? He's not in our room. Did you take him somewhere?
The 3 of us decided to eat out tonight. He'll probably be able to relax a little since the noisy one's not around.
Well, what about me? Take me with you!
How about you just stay at home and cook those dishes that you've been bragging so much about? After that, Victoria tried calling Sherry and Jim, and of course her husband, but no one answered her calls. So she ended up eating supper all by herself. When her husband arrived home later in the evening, he pretended to not see Victoria and ignored her. So Victoria finally apologized. She was told that he won't listen to her if she doesn't apologize to Cherry, so even though Victoria doesn't want to apologize, she decided to go and apologize to Cherry. Apparently, she's thinking of cooking her signature dish that she's very proud of to bring with her to Cherry and Jim's house to apologize to them.